Welcome to all of you joining us here on Zoom, on Facebook. Today is Purim. I don't know if you can tell. So, I don't know. I let loose a little bit, I guess. uh, in all seriousness, the holiday of Purim is not so much about eating those delicious Hamantaschen, but it's really, and I have not done that yet, maybe later today, but it's getting, let's say, intoxicated. The way I understand it is getting in altered states of consciousness so that you're no longer able to make the distinction between blessed is Mordechai and cursed is Haman. When you are no longer able to be in a dualistic consciousness that is seeing the world as all shades of good and evil, where you transcend, in fact, in awareness, the consciousness of separation, really the consciousness of separation. So maybe we can do a Purim meditation today and see how those dualistic understandings of the mind can be transcended, and we'll see what that leads us. It's a good intention to have. But for now, just close your eyes. And just find your breath. And as always, take these first few moments to deeply relax. And this relaxation is actually part of the meditation, as you know. Because when we relax the body deeply, and the mind as well, for a moment or two, as we are aware, becomes less noisy, less busy. Because body and mind are not two. They co-arise. Only modernity has sought to tell us the body is on one side and the mind on the other side. But our direct experience in meditation teaches us otherwise. We realize how our thought has both an emotional content and a physical expression. And vice versa, when anything happens to us, there usually is an emotional reaction and a thought that arises. At the basic level, it would be a thought of craving or aversion. When the sensation is judged to be positive, we want more. When the sensation is judged by the mind to be negative, we want less. And this happens at the speed of light almost. Mind, body, and heart co-arising So let yourself drop into the calmness, the quietude at the center of being. Every out breath, releasing, relaxing a little more. And from that place of deep surrender, of peaceful, blissful abandon, I invite you to draw a breath, if you so choose, for Shalom. Craving, wanting more of the good stuff, positive experiences. Aversion, wanting less of the bad stuff. Negative experiences. When we are collapsed into our ego identity, we 99.9% of the time travel between those two polar opposites, which are really not opposites. Because with craving comes attachment. Wanting more of the good stuff means that we get stuck wanting, desiring, yearning. When an experience is positive, we have a hard time letting go. We want it to continue forever, at least for longer than it is. And so that craving that leads to attachment ultimately leads to suffering. We turn our craving into an aversion by attaching to the good stuff. And if we look at our lives when we are collapsed into the separate self, the ego identity. Most of our decisions, if not all of our decisions, are based on craving and aversion. Moving towards the stuff we want and moving away from the stuff we don't want. Look at all the things you buy, all the experiences you seek. Overwhelmingly, they are about craving the good stuff, having an aversion for the bad stuff. In the story of Purim, we call this blessings and curses. Blessed be Mordechai, cursed be Haman. Blessed be Mordechai, it's all the things we want to bless. All that we crave, we want more. Cursed is Mordechai, is all our aversions. The things we want less, we run away from. We are reactive to. That create discomfort, anger, fear. So how do we transcend those two natural opposites of dualistic consciousness, which we experience right now in meditation, craving and aversion, always the mind judging every moment, our physical experience right now, our mental experience right now, wanting this moment to be different than it is. You can feel, you can watch it right now. It's happening in all of us. And the practice of transcending is what we've been practicing for the last 2 years. Just remain aware and equanimous. Aware and equanimous. Aware of the craving, aware of the aversion, aware of the wanting things to be different, aware of just aware. But most importantly, equanimous. And that means non-reactive. Craving arises. Oh, I want more Hamantashen. And we look at that thought, at that emotion, at that desire, that sensation that all comes up when the thought arises, I want more Hamantashen. And we let it go. We don't react. We don't collapse into it. We don't indulge it. Definitely we don't follow it. Aware. Look at that thought. Look at that sensation coming up, the emotion coming up, the desire coming up with the thought. But I don't react. It'll come, it will go. And as it does, I remain unmoved, undisturbed, unchanged, unattached, just aware and equanimous. I stand in this moment in perfect equanimity. And look at that thought. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want when my expectations aren't met. And again, we remain aware. Look at that thought arising with the emotion coming together and the sensation in the body also packaged as one. But I don't react. I don't indulge. I don't get sucked in. I remain aware. It'll come and it'll go. And I remain, resting as awareness, observing it all with perfect equanimity. Transcending my inner Mordechai and my inner Haman. In that non-dual space, beyond duality, in my nothingness, my inner peace, my inner silence. This breath coming in as it is, this breath going out as it is. Everything arising, everything disappearing, always changing. Only I remain aware and equanimous. Aware and equanimous.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
And we gently let go of our practice, taking a deeper breath, stretching the body if we feel the need to do so. Inviting you to keep this practice through the rest of the day for the day of Purim, to just be mindful of the ways all of us tend to curse or bless this moment or reality as it is presenting itself to us. And to just notice how we automatically do that. And to just observe and try to drop more into that perfect equanimity, that place that our sages called living the moment lishma, for its own sake, just as it is, without blessing it, without cursing it. And see what happens. We'll close this meditation as always with shalom, because shalom is the natural state of being when we no longer either bless or curse every moment. May all beings find that inner peace, that inner wholeness and harmony. Shalom. Sameach. Thank you.
Chag Sameach to you too.
Sameach.
And thank you.
Thanks, Alan.
Chag
Thank you.
Sameach. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Chag
you,
Sameach.
everybody.
Thank you.
Chag Sameach.
Thank you for the Hamantash moments.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rabbi. See you Thursday. Wait, Friday.
Friday. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.